Yes, I bought the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, I know there's a ton of people hating on the Switch 2 and probably a ton of Nintendo haters in my chat. And while I do agree the Switch 2 has a lot of flaws and a lot of reasons why it's overpriced and maybe you shouldn't buy it, I do still buy everything. I'm just a gamer in general. I like collecting games. I like playing the newest things. I literally have all sorts of games. I have Game Boy games, I have PSP games, PS Vita games, PS5 games, PS4 games. The list goes on. Okay, so with that being said, I do have my Switch 2 here, and I did try Bleach Bravesouls on it right here, and I have to say it has been amazing. Now, I do also have my older Switch OLED here, and when Bleach Bravesouls first came out on this OLED, I tried playing it, but I didn't get more than an hour into the game because it was so laggy, it barely worked, it was such a mess, and it was a miserable experience. But luckily, with the better hardware on the Switch 2, Bleach Bravesouls on the Switch 2 is actually one of my favorite ways to play the game now. All right, so let's go ahead and launch the game here. All right, klab games. Let me turn the volume up too. So this, the cursor, you can now move it around way quicker. On the original Switch, it used to lag like crazy. There's the title screen. Yeah, so everything just loads really nicely now. All right, we got the news feed here, and when you close that out, so daily logins, you could skip it with Y, that button right there. And now this is my welcome back account because this was my original Switch account. But like I said, it literally didn't work on the Switch, so I quit it. But I do think I'm gonna start this account back up and kind of just use it as not a main account, but I do think I'm gonna farm as much orbs as possible for anniversary and kind of just go crazy on this account. So the first thing I wanna show that makes BBS really enjoyable on the Switch 2, kind of just like the user interface and how there's no lag. So if we come into the inventory here and we go into characters, now keep in mind, I have played BBS on Steam, I've played it on iPhone, I've played it on iPad, I've played it on the original Switch, and I played it on the PS5. And this is basically the same thing as the PS5 version, just handheld. So this is really nice compared to playing on like a phone. You know, on the phone, you have to take your hand like that and just scroll until you get down to the bottom. But with this, you can just hold down, hold up, and it scrolls really fast, and there's no lag at all. On the Switch 1, when you would scroll like this, it would lag like hell, and it would basically be unplayable. Also on the Switch 1, when you would open up a character, like their details right here, and when you would try to power them up and everything, it would take forever because of the lag. But now on the Switch 2, I could so easily, you know, select characters and augment them. No lag, no nothing. Nice and simple. All right, so I have a quest pulled up here. So the controls are really fun. It's kind of just like if you were playing with controller on PC. So your R button right here is your flash step. So it's super nice, and it just feels natural to just, you know, flash step like that. B is your normal attacks. Let me get this to focus. Okay, and then strong attack 1, 2, 3, Y, X. And as you can see, there's no lag at all. Like, this is just a really nice way to play. It's basically just like Steam handheld. It's just like taking your computer wherever you want. And I know there's the Steam Deck, but I'm just not a big fan of the Steam Deck. I don't own a Steam Deck, so I can't speak on it fully 100%. But I know how this feels, and this feels very nice to play. I mean, it just feels so natural, and I feel like I'm actually playing the game, whereas if I'm playing on mobile, I kind of just let it auto. But with this, it just feels actually fun to control the character and move around. All right, so with all that being said, I do have basically a new account here. It's relatively fresh. As you can see, I do have the returning players free 10 times summons. And I do, well, everyone has this, but yeah, returning players, free 10 times summons. So let's go ahead and do that, see if we can get lucky here. All right, looks like we're getting shafted. That's usual Jace BBS luck here. We do have this 10 times summons. Let's use that and see if we can get lucky here. Oh, we actually got a fake out. I thought that was gonna be Jace BBS get shafted luck. Okay, pretty stupid character. But you know what? It's new. I'll take it. But yeah, guys, everything about playing on the Switch 2, it just feels really sleek. It feels really clean. There's no lag. It's better than the PS5 version, in my opinion. You know, I've played the PS5 version. I started an account for a long time on there, and it definitely has lag when you're, you know, going through some of the menus, but this one doesn't. I'm pretty excited about starting this account because, you know, I have all of my sub stories available, all of my normal story modes available. I have all of the raid characters available to be leveled up through the coin shop. Like, this account is gonna have so much orb potential for my channel, and it's gonna be very fun to grow. So with all that being said, I do actually have some tickets here to use as well for this video. I think I have, so I have a choose a 6-star summons comeback ticket, and then I have one 5-star summons ticket. So let's use the choose a 6-star first. The character pool is kind of decent. You know, you have the 7th Annie characters. You got 6 Annie Aizen and 6 Annie art book Ichigo. You got 5th Annie characters. I think this is a no-brainer. I think if you don't have 6 Annie Aizen on your account, I mean, you kind of need him, right? Like, what are you doing? There we go, 6th anniversary Aizen. Oh, I thought he came at level 200, but I guess he's just a 6-star and I have to level him up. But either way, that's still a dub for a free character. All right, now we have the choose a 5-star, or not choose a 5-star, just normal 5-star summons ticket. Go ahead and pop that. Who's that? No way. That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. I was thinking about choosing him instead of 6th anniversary Aizen, but wow, that was like perfect. That was actually insane. What kind of luck was that? Why can't I get that luck on my real account? That was crazy. Well, guys, anyways, like I said, this Switch 2 BBS has slowly becoming one of my favorite ways to play the game. It just feels good. It's lag-free. You know, the device feels good in your hands, and this account has so much potential for orbs. And I think it'd be really fun to kind of, I'm gonna farm this account, you know, kind of off screen and, you know, stack up the orbs, and then we'll have some really cool videos because I probably can get like 40k orbs on a fresh account. So yeah, there's a lot of potential there. I was even thinking of doing kind of like a live commentary, like let's play for this new account. If that's something that you guys think would be cool or would be interested in watching, you know, let me know in the comments down below. I think that could be fun. Yeah, guys, I'm pretty excited about this. I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna end the video. If you got a Switch 2, let me know down below. And if you've played this on the Switch 1, you probably know how bad BBS is on the Switch 1. But if you have, you know, back me up in the comments because it is terrible on the original Switch. But anyways, thank you so much everyone for watching. I really appreciate you if you're watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, peace out.